end of it or something like that. Like I don't know. And then I didn't like the last villain that I feel like they just threw it in there to like a bone to the dog. I was just like, what in the world are we watching at this point? Like I didn't really feel like it was cool the aspect that we had like that at the end, but I feel like I wish we had more of that. It said like, oh, you just ate your food, here's a bone or whatever, and it just, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy that part of it. The movie as a whole, I like maybe 6 out of 10, 3 out of maybe 2.5 out of 5, 3 out of 5 stars. I don't. It just didn't. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, like the action scenes were amazing, but other than that, it was just okay.
Yeah, at the end they just lazily threw the devil at you, like it, you know. He just, what are you gonna do? Cause like, of course you don't want to root for the devil to win. So he wasn't an enemy that you could be like, oh yeah, let's root for him. And it's like it wasn't a solo Black Adam movie. It was like, it's like Black Adam side characters that you can halfway invest into and then, you know, just forget about later. And then Doctor Fate contingency plan, just like Doctor Strange and the Marvel movies, you know. And then that Doctor Fate, like, he wasn't even showing off his, like, he could have lit. One of the features of Doctor Fate is the helmet of, what was it, Naboo or something. Literally could go as fast as God, essentially, in the comics. But in the movie, he's literally hardly stopping anything. Like, a person got shot, and he was like, you know, we can get you to the medic bay. In the comics, he heals people just like that. He's brought people back from the dead. You know, he's that powerful. But, like, for him to just be used like that, as like, okay, we're going to use you as a sacrifice later on, and then the devil shows up, and Black Adam, there was really no character development in the movie, little to none, just because, like, he always protected the place, and now he's like, oh, in the end, he's like, now it needs a protector. Like, bro, that's what you were doing in the first place. So it's like, what really changed here? Like, and then, like, he's an anti-hero, essentially, both in the movie and comics. So it's like, why, like, in all of it, why is his character development lower than everybody else's? Like, we got to see Hawkman's character development build up better than we got to see Black Adam. Which, for the fact that they had Black Adam and Hawkman contend as if Hawkman is as strong as Black Adam, really didn't make much sense to me. My brother thinks that he's on that level.
No, I did not say that. I said that he's on the upper echelon of strength. Did not say he's on, like, if we have Black Adam, Superman, Shazam, Wonder Woman on that all on that top tier, Hawkman is below that. He's good and he's strong, but he's not as strong as Black Adam. That is what I said. He's on the upper echelon of strength in the DC universe.
Okay.
But also, I just feel like they also that's whenever they used human aspects of it. Like, oh, well, Hawkman is supposed to be, like, even in the comic books, there's sometimes that he is kind of, he's kind of like more of he's more human and things like that, like where he's able to hide his wings or whatever. There are other times where he just,
that lady
like,
I know that.
Right, she wants to see, what are they recording? What are they recording?
Like, Jesus Christ.
What are they recording?
She's still looking at
Yeah, they driving around. See, what are
Jesus Christ. She gave me the fear of God right there for a second. My bad, child. She had meth head eyes on us, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like I don't want to think about the movie too much because I just didn't enjoy it all that much.
Yeah.
No
I
way.
thought it was just like cool. It's an action movie that happens to be a superhero movie to me. Like, people with superpowers, action movie. Like, I wasn't over. I think that was more writing than acting. I just didn't. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is a great movie. It was cool. But ultimately, I wanted to reboot all of DC. Like, I just don't.
So you done with?
Yeah, I'm done with all. I like
even
even
Superman.
Look, looks great as Superman. He's probably one of the best looking Superman we've ever gotten. I just don't care for him anymore. All of DC's in the can, in my opinion.
Dang.
Just this. Other than the Batman Matt Reeves movie, but they've already said that is going to be that is not a part of anything that they're doing with the universe. That is separate. They may reconsider it, but whatever. I don't even I just want them to scrap all of it. Like Flash, I want them to cancel it. Shazam, they might as well go to cancel that
Flash
one.
should have been in, he should have been canceled. What's the guy that acts
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, he should have been in prison, bro. Max security. That man is a freaking menace, man.
Nah, he just needs help.
Help?
Yes, he needs help.
There's so many sexual allegations against him. That's a little past help.
He needs some serious mental help.
Yeah, he needs help in prison, not where he can run around and keep making the same decision.
I don't think he should be free, but he needs help. He needs to be put somewhere that he can get help. I think that DC just needs to go and restart everything. But that's it.
Everybody's too old now.
Yeah. I mean, people are old, but I just think they need to go and reset.
Like the new Batman movie, just build off of that, but make that its own Bat universe.
I don't even want them to rebuild off of that, because then what they'll say is that they can't get as dark as they really want to.
No, I'm talking about have a separate Batman universe where it's like Batman, the Bat family, leave it at that. You can throw hints towards people somewhere else, but keep it in Gotham.
No, because then that means Batman's not a part of the Justice League. Batman's a very crucial part of the Justice League.
I'm not saying he's not a crucial part. I'm just saying do it as Batman adventures. Don't do it as Batman and the Justice League or anything like that. Just show the adventures of Batman with Nightwing, Robins, Damian, Alfred, all of that. Keep that right there, because that separate Batman universe, absolutely beautiful.
So you're saying they should make another Batman?
What do you mean?
You're saying this should be a separate universe. So you're saying if they were to reboot it, you're saying that they should make another Batman?
At this point, sure. Well, not make another Batman. Sure, have him in the movies. But I'm just saying you know how there's solo films? Just make it to Batman with some Robin, Nightwing, whatever it is, all the way up to Red Hood. Who knows? Prayerfully, we get a Damian out of this. But if you're gonna do Justice League movies, of course have him in it. But don't make it to the point of where it would ruin the solo films, as we see so many times in Marvel. Because Marvel, they're on their way to rebooting too. DC, they should have been rebooted. That's my statement on it. What do you think, Chayo?
What?
About my statement?
Well, that's off a Black Adam topic, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
So overall, Black Adam, both of y'all said
Mid.
on the generous side, basically y'all saying 6 out of 10.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 because of the action. The action was awesome in it, but other than that, I didn't get too involved with the heroes or whatever.
Y'all were cool with the visual effects.
Oh, there were some really cool scenes in it, where it was just him absolutely tearing up some guys, but then it was there were some points where it was kind of corny, just because well, of course, if you're watching this video, you've already seen it prayerfully. You haven't been absolutely spoiled the hell out of.
Well, we're gonna put up their spoiler.
Okay,
alert.
all right, good. But there was a point where the kid, one of the main characters, was running down the stairwell. A bunch of dudes with loaded rifles could have easily picked them off. I was telling everybody next to me, that's if I was one of the, Jesus, this is gonna sound bad. If I was one of the dudes,
make sure it sounds good enough to go.
I was if I was one of the dudes that had the rifles, I would have easily got the kid.
That's not special effects.
No. I'm just saying, there are points in the film where it's absolutely whack, and corny, just because they want to have parts where they can expand off of, but then they literally make no sense. And it's of course, they did Dr. Fate good in the CGI department. Story-wise, no, they didn't really do him justice.
Okay, to answer your question, special effects were amazing.
Yes.
Elliot is talking about writing. He went on tangent about the writing. Special effects was amazing. Yes, it was good. They haven't. The special effects in that movie is probably better than a lot of the Marvel movies or TV shows that'll come out.
Okay, so what were some of y'all favorite scenes? I know y'all pretty much dogged the movie out on the most part, but what were some of your favorite scenes that you got out of it that you'd be like, yeah, I love that scene?
Probably whenever Dr. Fate, that last bit of sequence, Dr. Fate, whenever he just went multiple Dr. Fates and went into that and absolutely bossed up on it. That was dope. Also, whenever they used the reflections of Dr. Fate to capture different angles, I thought that was super cool. Kind of the last hurrah for Dr. Fate. Black Adam, whenever he initially got called out of his prison and like started going off on all of those people, and then the slow motion effect of him killing all those guys, that was super cool. And then whenever he split that demon in half, I thought that was dope. And then, I mean, there's a good amount of moments in there. I was like, oh, that was dope. That was awesome. And then whenever he used electricity to actually burn a guy and then like threw his skull to the ground, that was dope. Look, like a lot of these, I feel like were like could be Mortal Kombat like fatalities. Super dope.
Okay, hold on one second. Elias, your favorite some things that you liked about the CGI?
They really went into detail on like some of the suits, cause on Black Adam's suit it had like ancient like syllables and hieroglyphics on it from that region of the world, and that was pretty dope. But let's see, I really liked Dr. Fate's, like his helmet and stuff, because that was really cool. That was really cool. Like that was really cool because it had writing on it, and you can tell it had like battle scars on the back of it and stuff. And like yeah, they took a lot of liberties with the suit. But yeah, I thought the suits were really good in that department because hieroglyphics, details, all of that stuff, that was really dope. But yeah, I would say, you know, especially in the fight scenes, CGI was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm still a little disappointed from the script, so trying not to go on a tangent.
Okay, so your biggest issue with it really was the script.
Yeah.
And the writing.
Because like Atom Smasher, they didn't really do him any justice, and I really wouldn't deploy him in an area like that unless like they were fighting in the desert.
Well, let me ask y'all a question, not me and cut y'all, because I know. Okay.
Same question.
Yep. The question is about what's his name? Smasher?
Atom Smasher.
Atom Smasher.
Mm-hmm.
What? Because I know nothing about him. Is he able to do any of his stuff without growing big?
No.
Oh, he has to grow big.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or he gets really small too, doesn't he? Something like that. He's pretty much like Ant-Man, essentially. It might like the getting big. I don't know about the getting small. I know he mainly gets big.
So what are some of the other things he can do other than what
Nothing
we saw
else.
him do in the movie?
Nothing much else.
So he's almost like
He's just muscle.
nothing.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So how about what's the girl's name?
I actually don't know anything about her. That was my first time seeing her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she could have been in the comics, but I haven't read any DC comics in a minute. Ever since the New 52, the Rebirth started. Ever since the Rebirth started. I've read a little of Rebirth, but after that, I haven't seen anything. So it's not like I would personally know about her. Maybe she does exist in the DC encyclopedia or world somewhere, but I've never heard of her. Her powers don't really make much sense to me either.
Yeah, did kind of seem like, other than her destroying the darn city because of doing the hurricane effect.
Yeah, she like did a tornado in the center of the city. Nothing got ruined, but it was like if a tornado of that scale actually happened in the center of the city, like debris would have flown everywhere, buildings would have collapsed, people would have been like splattered. So it's just like, you know, both her and Atom Smasher were really kind of more like collateral damage, and that leads me to think, I was talking about that about this in the movie too. I was like, Now I understand why the Geneva Accords from Marvel actually happened, because if that stuff like happened in the middle of a city in the Middle East like that, that would that would not have flown. That wouldn't have been able to fly at all. Sorry, this is one of those dudes on one of those like uni boards or whatever. But yeah. Especially like if Black Adam did like become the ruler of that place, like it was right for them to send Superman at the end, because it was like you can't just become like an authoritative figure out of revolution and not expect like everybody else to get worried about it. So that's something. He did try to say he was like, oh, I'm about that smoke, so bring him on. Then Superman showed up, but he what's his name, Henry Cavill?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a little too old to be playing Superman, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah. Sadly, he was a great Superman. He was a really great Superman. He had very great potential, but DC did not act on it, and that's not on him. That's on DC. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, great actor. Sadly, did not get much out of him.
So asking y'all this, who was there anyone that was like a standout actor for their character?
The uncle, the big guy that got shot.
Oh, okay. Basically, he would have been in almost any other movie. The guy behind the computer.
Yeah, or just the guy that would have drove you somewhere and
Mm-hmm.
like tried not to get killed. But nah, all jokes aside, I think I don't know. Shoot, there wasn't really any actor that really like, even with The Rock in it, there wasn't really any actor like that did their Denzel Washington performance inside of the movie, you know?
Well, you rarely get a Denzel Washington type
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
in
it's like
superhero movie.
I'm just saying, like, we didn't really see any raw, unscripted emotion in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody, like even when some people got shot, there wasn't much, gore happening for YouTube's sake, and there wasn't like many explicitives as to like where if you got really, really injured, stabbed. I mean, no, here's something. The guy who played what's his name? Hawkman?
Yeah.
Hawkman?
Aldous Hodge.
Yeah.
I think
He did really good whenever he got like stabbed with that pipe, supposedly, because like contingency plan, Dr. Fate, and all that stuff. He did really good when he got stabbed, like playing that off. But that was pretty much it.
Tell you, standout person, anybody?
I mean, Rock didn't really have to act at all in this movie. He's like, it was just like he didn't even have that many speaking parts, to be honest. I guess somebody for me is Hawkman. He really did believe that he's on the good side and that Black Adam was just straight up evil. I really did enjoy that. He was kind of like the leader that everybody that is on a team, and that stubborn leader. And then I really enjoyed the fact that he was kind of able to balance everything. He was able to say like that funny moments, like whenever he's talking to Adam Smasher, said, "Me and you after this on the plane." Like I really enjoyed that. That was cool. I guess yeah, a few other things. Whenever he went to save those people, and then he came back, he said, like, and then he just like really tried to be the hero in this instance. Like he really did believe he was the hero. So yeah, Hawkman, he did good. I liked his acting.
Okay, stand up, Jacksonville, North Carolina. That's where we're raising from. Cool. All right. Anything else y'all want to say about the movie?
Nothing positive, honestly.
Well, speak your mind.
I guess just like it could have been so much better. Like you saw so many advertisements for it. I guess that's just me for being a believer of it. But it's like if you're gonna hype it up, just do it like say it's like okay, hey. This isn't just editor's magic over a trailer. This is like actually going to be a good film. Like I don't watch trailers for movies like that anymore just because like I want to have. I don't want to have too much hype just for it to be a really big breakdown. Just like if you're on a sugar high, you eat a lot of M&Ms. Eventually, your body's gonna start caving down because of the sugar release. So there's that. Also, I would say just I don't know. there could have been so many more details added to the movie that would have actually calculated a great movie that we would have remembered. But now it's like okay, yeah, we saw Black Adam. See, just there, it wasn't so memorable that I thought it was a Black Adam film. It was just like a film that had Black Adam in it. I don't know, but yeah, that's just my response.
Okay.
That's my feeling on it.
It was cool. Yeah, it was alright. It wasn't like my favorite movie at all. Not even. I don't know where it's going to rank in my favorite movie this year. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like my final thought is basically DC just needs a reboot. Start from the ground up. That's it.
No hope for him.
I mean, Batman's their only hope.
Not for them to continue with the same actors. I don't believe so. Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it for the Black Adam review. The Super Twins have spoken. We actually went to see this movie on a Thursday. It looks like we won't see it on any other day.
Nah.
Because we usually go on a Tuesday. And this coming Tuesday, it looks like it's going to be Smile.
Heck yeah.